Hello everyone, welcome back to Mountaineer Firearms, and we happen to get a little bit of snow here in Appalachia, so it's a very beautiful day out. I absolutely love wintertime, love the snow, but today we wanted to bring to you a little snub nose revolver, and this one was lent to us by a viewer, a good friend of mine, because I mainly wanted to get it out here and bring it to you and let you take a look at one of these. This is a Rock Island Armscor, but Rock Island Armory, the model M206, 38 special snub nose 6-shot revolver. And the main reason I wanted to bring this to you today is because a lot of you guys might be looking for an affordable gun to even maybe carry or put in your truck or something like that. And this thing right here is a very sweet little gun for the deal. Okay, it isn't very beautiful. It isn't finished with a deep dark bluing or anything. This is Parkerized finish, and it's just, simply put together, simply finished. The fit and everything is nice though. The handle fits good on it. The grip feels okay. But this is about a $250 revolver, $200 to $250. The MSRP somewhere around in there, and for the price point, I hate to say that old phrase, but for the price, I really don't think you could beat it. For if you was wanting a little 6-shot 2-inch snub nose revolver, 38 special, and it's pretty much based off of a Colt Detective Special. It's about the same, pretty much the same frame. They changed the mainspring in here, hammer spring. It's now more like a Smith & Wesson style with a coil spring instead of a leaf spring. But it doesn't have no bells and whistles. It's just fixed sights. Got a ramp in there, which is actually pretty deep. It actually looks pretty good. You can pick up a decent sight picture with it. The front sight is just Parkerized. There is nothing too special. It looks like it has like a barrel shroud, like a inserted barrel, stainless barrel inside of a shroud. It does have a full underlug on the ejector instead of just having it out there in the open like some of the old Colt Detectives. But it works like a Colt. You pull back on the cylinder instead of push forward on a Smith. And on a Smith, you push that forward. On a Colt, or Colt clone, I guess you could call this maybe, you pull back on it, and then the cylinder opens up. And it is a 6-shot, and it's just 38 special. And I have some 130 grain. These are tool ammo, steel cased. Kind of rare to find that, I thought, but they were real good price for plinking. So I've noticed I took a few shots before I turned the camera on just to see about where the gun hits, because I've never shot it before. This one isn't mine. We borrowed it to make a video, but it isn't too bad. It's a little well, it just isn't finished like a Smith or a Colt, but the quality feels like it's there. It's a hefty little gun. It feels good in the hand. That grip don't feel too bad. It does come with I think a rubber grip also, but the wood grips look really good on here. And I got kind of big hands, so that grip is a little small. And if I was going to shoot plus P's in this, it would probably be a little snappy, but it feels pretty good. We'll just take some shots. I'll shoot in single action for now and see if I can hit anything. Like I said, it's new to me. I can hit 4 inches. Nope, a little low. Yep, just 6 shots. But that's the thing you get with I've noticed with these steel cased ammo, it seems to be a little hard to eject. You kind of got to be a little more aggressive with it. But anyway, with these Colts, instead of a Smith & Wesson J-frame with a Colt Detective Special size, you actually get 6 rounds instead of 5. So that might appeal to some people, and I should have brought a J-frame out here, but everything's got snow on it. You can tell that they are just a little bit bigger than a Smith & Wesson J-frame. But I keep talking about Colts because this is pretty much identical or based off of a Colt Detective Special. And it does have the hammer. They do have a model that doesn't have a hammer. The hammer is just bobbed off, and it Be a little better probably if you're going to try and carry in a pocket or concealed carry. You could concealed carry this one just as easy, but drawing it, the hammer might give you a little bit of a problem there. And but on the belt or inside the waistband, this is a nice little size. As you can see, it isn't terribly large. A little bit bigger than a Smith, like I said, J-frame. But the sights are pretty good. It seems to be pretty much on. I'll take some more shots with it here. The trigger isn't bad. It's kind of gritty. You can tell it isn't really polished, you know, but it's smooth. It's not exactly, it isn't a hard trigger pull. It's got a nice trigger pull, and I'll shoot it in double action and show you that. Well, I wish you could feel it on the camera, but it's kind of got a gritty, crappy double action, but it comes to a wall, and you can almost tell right when it's going to break, and it actually isn't too bad. It actually turns out being kind of nice. Let's take a few more shots. Ooh, had a misfire. We better count to 10. Anybody knows anything about gun safety, anytime you don't have a round go off, you want to make sure you stay pointed in a safe direction and give it a good time to make sure nothing happens. I think we'll be all right. I'm going to open the cylinder and see. Looks like I got a light primer strike there on that one. As you can see, that one right there has a little bit of a light primer strike. That's the first time that's happened to me. Okay, since I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and say a Smith & Wesson goes counterclockwise and a Colt goes clockwise. They're just opposite of each other. So if I want to shoot that round again, I'll just line it up over here on the side, on the left, so that when I rotate the cylinder, it's going to now be in the barrel. And we'll just try this one again and double action again, see if it goes off. I think that was 6. Yep, that was 6. So there it is, live on camera. You've seen a light primer strike, which that could be this cheap Tula ammo, but as I was prepping to do the video on this gun, I did read a few things in some forums about some people getting some light primer strikes with certain ammo, and but that was double action that I was shooting there. And just to mention one thing about double and single action, we'll show you that we are clear, because don't want to be messing around there. But when you shoot in single action, if you'll notice, I'll kind of get a little bit lower grip just for the sake of showing this. When I shoot in single action, if I cock the hammer back, you'll see that the hammer comes all the way back. Okay, so that gets a full throw as far as physics, a full inertia throw of that weight of that hammer against the firing pin. Okay, now if I shoot in double action, watch where the hammer releases. You can see there, it didn't come quite as far back. You can see a gap in it right here. Now if I cock it, you can see that it's all the way back against the frame. And sometimes that little tiny little bit does matter. I'm not sure if that matters here. I just use that as an opportunity to bring up that point. But we'll try it again. This is, like I said, steel cased ammo and kind of cheap stuff, so that could be the problem. But it is a revolver. In my opinion, a revolver should never really have any kind of misfires or anything. Let's just try it again in double action to see how this goes. Right there. I just had another light primer strike. I'm going to hold it down here, count to 10, sort of, kind of. Make sure I'm safe. Keep a good grip on the gun. I think we'll be all right. And yeah, another light primer strike right there on that one. And the primer looks a little funny. I would say I've got some funky ammo. So that could be a possibility. That's just me guessing. I'm gonna try that one again. I'll hit it again with the hammer. And that might have been another one. We'll just hold it here for a second. And that could have been empty too. Nope, that one is a light primer strike as well. Okay, so we are getting some light primer strikes with the Tula ammo. And like I said, this isn't my gun. This is just how I'm going to make my videos. If I have something go wrong with ammo or a gun, anything like that, I'm not going to edit it out. You guys are going to see it live and in person, just as if you was to go to the gun store and buy one yourself and bring it home and try it out. That's how we're going to do it here. And I'm not going to blame the gun. I'm going to say it's the ammo because it's real cheap steel cased ammo. But here's going to be my gripe. If I'm going to buy a revolver, I'm mainly thinking about reliability. That's one of the upsides of a revolver, is the reliability of a revolver. So that does kind of give me a little bit of qualm, or whatever you want to call it, a little cloud of thought there in my head on this gun. But I have read that this happens, and sometimes on these here guns, on these Rock Islands. I don't know about the M200s. We'll get around, we'll just do a little more shooting. Let me try it in single action every shot on this one, and I'm going to bet we probably won't have a problem. Just try them 4-inchers in single shot there. Low. Huh. I'm missing. There we go. I was holding a little bit high, shooting just over. As far as the sights and everything, the gun seems to shoot just fine. The sights seem to be on. I haven't practiced with it because it isn't mine, but I'm shooting just a little bit high with it, I think. But this here is a pretty nice little gun, other than what we've just been experiencing with the light primer strikes there. But as far as the way it feels, I do like the way it feels. I will say this, I do have some pretty good sized hands. They're not so much long, but kind of beefy. And if you'll notice, when I get a good grip on this gun here, everything feels pretty good. But my knuckle on my middle finger is right almost against that trigger guard. And every time this thing kicks, it hits my knuckle right there. Boom, boom, boom. So that's a little annoying. And when a gun does something like that, it can kind of cause you to flinch unless you really practice and really try to overcome that. But any little thing like that can mess with the psyche of your mind, cause you to flinch, cause you to not shoot it quite as well. But it does feel good, and I've shot a lot of revolvers and different things, and I can kind of overcome it. But I could see that messing with somebody. But I have seen that the rubber grips, I don't have them with me or be able to show them or feel them. But I do think this will take grips that you can order for like a Colt Detective. I'm pretty sure, since it's pretty much a Colt clone, it'll take grips that you can put on a Colt Detective. It does have a square frame down here. It doesn't round off like the grips do. It cuts across right there, kind of square. So Pack Myers or Hogues or something that you would get for a Colt Detective Special would, I think, work in these. I do want to talk about, it doesn't say on the gun that it is rated for plus P. If you contact Rock Island, I've heard that they will say that the gun is technically plus P capable, but they don't suggest that you shoot more than a few boxes or something of plus P. So pretty much practice a little bit, maybe shoot a box of plus P, make sure they're going to work good, make sure you're not going to have light primer strikes, things like that, and carry your plus P. But if you're going to come out here and shoot a lot, if you're going to practice a lot with it, I would just use regular 38 special, nothing too crazy, just to plink and practice. But this would be a good carry gun. They make a model M200 that is more like a K-frame Smith & Wesson. It's still based off of the Colt style with the ejectors and the cylinder release and everything, but it's more the size of about a 4-inch K-frame Smith & Wesson, like a Model 10 38 Special. And so you can get that, and it'll have a little longer sight radius, a little bigger grip, and I think they're only $200 MSRP. that's one of the main reasons I want to bring this out here for you today, is call this a high point killer. For $200, $250, you could have one of these, throw it in your truck, or even carry it. But since we're worried about light primer strikes, I'm just going to keep shooting and see what happens. So, have a little more fun anyway. Right there was one. Yep. Shoot it in single action. Yep, but it don't do too bad. It shoots really good. It handles really good. A little bit heftier weight to this compared to a J-frame Smith does make the recoil a little bit less. Not so much that you can extremely tell it, but it does have a little more heft to it. It shoots, seems to be right on. I seem to shoot a little high with it, but I think that's just me. I think the sights are pretty much right on this gun. The Parkerized finish isn't the greatest in the world, but like I said, you're getting it's a $200 gun. So put it in the tackle box on your fishing boat, throw it in the toolbox of your truck or toolbox of your garage, just in case something happens you might ever need it, or just buy it to shoot up ammo and plink with, practice with. It don't feel too bad. The trigger is gritty, but like I said, there's a wall. You can, boom, it stops right there, and then you can do a normal trigger pull. Seems like right after that. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of bad in a good way, I said earlier, but the quality is good as far as the build. You're pretty much saving price on finish, fit and finish. If you can look in here, you can kind of see machining marks and little different things that you're not going to see on a Smith & Wesson. The front of the cylinder is just not smoothed out, you know, but it doesn't need to be to function. These aren't things that are completely necessary. The ejector, everything works real good. It's just you know, they put it together in a different way so that they can sell it for an affordable price. And these are made in the Philippines, Rock Island. And I do expect quality because they make a very affordable 1911 that's, I think, the most sold 1911 out there right now. So that's saying something. They're affordable and they're very good guns. I've heard great reviews on them. I had one shortly, a long time ago. And I didn't really mess with it a whole lot to be able to give you a definite whether I liked it or not. It shot good. I don't think it ever jammed on me or anything, but Rock Island Armory seems to make good quality guns. They're just not fit and finished like a beautiful Colt or a beautiful Smith & Wesson. But I've been yakking too much and I need to be shooting. So let's try some more of these steel cased ammo here, see what happens. Maybe I'll just shoot it in the single action only for now. And like I said, that steel cased ammo, you can see when I get done, they're a little hard to get out of the cylinder. Power edge. I think I'm shooting over it. Yep. Looks like when I'm shooting double action, I'm just not getting quite the force from the hammer, and I'm getting some light primer strikes with this ammo. So I'm not going to say a full-blown negative point for the gun, although I do wish it would have fired it. But everything's not too bad. It's not, like I said, it's not a Smith. It isn't, or Colt. It isn't extremely slick. It's kind of gritty with that Parkerized finish. Would kind of cause that too. Everything isn't just polished up, you know. But I'm going to try 6 rounds on the 12-inch there at, well, quote-unquote rapid speed. Hopefully I don't get a light primer strike, and we'll see what happens. Every one of them done good. So, yeah. Just a couple times we've had light primer strikes here on this video today, so that's what you see, that's what you get. I'm bringing it to you as real as I can, and I'll try to do that on purpose. I don't want to edit these videos or anything like that, so if I mess up or the gun messes up, you're going to see it. So let's just try it again, give her a few more. It's a little bit cold out here today, but I really like the snow. I like the weather like this. This is kind of my time of year. This is when I like to get out, just enjoy things. See if I can hit some more things here. Yep, all them done fine. So let's just load it up again. Give her a little test out here, a little review. I like the gun. I'm hoping it does just fine, which I would say if you carry good quality ammo in it, probably wouldn't be an issue. I really want to like it. Okay, we're going to try and be safe and show you this here. I just had, the trigger isn't resetting. Trigger is stuck all the way back. It started to do it on me the round before the last one I just shot, and kind of jerked it or jiggled it with my finger, but now it's not. We're gonna make sure we're in a safe direction and see if I can. Nope, it's okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm safe here and see if I can. I just pried it forward with my finger and it did pop forward. See if I have any more rounds in here. I have 2 more shots. I'm gonna shoot them 2 more. See what happens. Okay, had a good reset both times there. And all these are empty. Make sure we're doing everything safe here. When you're messing around, your gun is kind of giving you trouble, or maybe you made some reloads and like before there when you had a light primer strike and the gun didn't go off, or let's say you hear a round that didn't sound quite right, sounded quieter than the last few you've been shooting, or maybe louder than the last ones you shot. It's really good to just go ahead and be safe and just stop, pause, take your time and assess the situation, see what's going on, see what's wrong with your gun, see what's wrong with your ammo, things like that. But everything seems to be all right. I would say maybe I'm just a little dirty. Sometimes, well, it's a little. It's a little bit gritty. We'll try it again. A little bit gritty. It's maybe needs some more oil on it. Maybe got a little grit down in there, which this is new, pretty much. The friend of mine that has this gun, he's had it for a little while, but it hasn't been shot a whole lot. So we're kind of just giving it its first test around here, even though it's a couple years old. Try double action again. Done just fine that time. Not a problem one there. Everything done just great. So I know this is video's becoming a little bit long, but we're just wanting to try it out here. A little scientific experiment, a little curiosity. I'm gonna shoot 1 more cylinder and then we'll let y'all go. That way you get the full benefit of me trying this out for you on video. Yep, done just fine there. Maybe we could say there's a break-in period for this revolver. But anyway, there it is. My impressions of a Rock Island Armory model M206 38 special 2-inch snub nose. And I'll check this thing out and clean it up a little bit, and I'll play around with it some more, maybe post on our Facebook. If you want to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and things, we post some things over there. So go follow us there, and make sure you like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff here, and help the channel grow so we can bring you more guns and show you more things like this. And hopefully we'll see you again another day. Thank you.